Welcome, Scorpio, to Shining Souls Cafe of Astrological Insights for July 2020. So I've cast this chart for July 1st at 3:10 p.m., and that is the moment on July 1st that Scorpio is here on the ascendant or rising. And this month holds a number of astrological aspects that you're going to want to know about. We will go over the highlights of that in this video, and then we'll go over more in depth as the weeks move on. So the first thing that we want to pay attention to is where the full moon is going to take place. And the full moon is going to be opposite the sun, but it will be at 21:21 by then, and it will be the moon will be down here at 21 Cancer. Right now it's up here in Leo. And so that is within range of Pluto here in Capricorn. And you are a person who's used to thinking responsibly, taking authority in the areas of your life that you feel like need your responsible nature, and you like a structured thought process. You like to have outcomes to your plans, your goals, those sorts of things. And so you tend to learn that way as well. You tend to make a kind of a mind map of, I know this and I want to know this, and so you go forward that way. Pluto has been transforming that for you since 2008, and this month I would guess, is going to be one of those turning points in your thinking. The third house is about perceptions, understanding, local community, those types of things. So, and communication. And the ninth house up here, where the sun is going to be when the full moon takes place, is about our worldview, higher education, philosophy, long distance travel, those things that tend to expand us past our known environment or our known experiences and thought processes. So the full moon is going to take place here. The sun will be in the ninth, and the moon will be down here in the third. I kind of feel as if this full moon is going to be more of a, instead of just a normal full moon, is going to be more akin to a lunar eclipse. Not necessarily a full blown total lunar eclipse, but at least a partial eclipse. And the reason I say that is because of the proximity to this powerful planet Pluto here in the transformation that it's been putting us through all over the world. Every sign has Pluto in their chart somewhere, and everyone is having a transformation in some area of their life as we speak. And so for you, it's going to be from your own perceptions and understanding to a wider, expansive worldview. And for you, both Pluto and Mars rule Scorpio. And Scorpios are the best at integrating those two energies, because Scorpios are ruled by those two energies. And right now they're at a square here in this chart. And Pluto and Mars, they can have rough edges, both of them. However, Pluto tends to absorb Mars's energy. It's a little harder for Mars to contain the Pluto energy. And the reason I say that is because Mars is kind of ego will, where Pluto is soulful will. And so it's easier for the soul to absorb the desires or the strength or the aggression of Mars than it is for Mars to absorb the full strength and power of Pluto. And so since you're ruled by both of these signs, a lot of the things that you're having go through your mind, a lot of the perceptions and understanding that you're having are kind of natural to you. Um, and that's true for a Scorpio rising and a Scorpio sun. And Mars energy comes naturally to you as well. The idea, though, is to integrate those two energies so that they work productively together. And Scorpio has a unique knack for being able to do that because they understand the power of motivation, they understand underlying motivations, and they understand what power emotions can have over someone. Whether it is egotistical, excuse me, whether it's ego or soulful emotions. And Scorpio has to do a lot with emotional attachments. And so that's why this comes up when we're talking about integrating both Pluto and Mars in one being, both the ego and the soul in one being. So this full moon, which takes place on July 10th, is going to be significant for anyone that's a Scorpio rising or a Scorpio sun or has significant Scorpio in their chart anywhere. So pay attention to both the full moon, but you're also going to want to extend that because Mercury becomes opposite Pluto on July 18th. The sun is opposite Pluto here in the ninth house on July 20th, and that is after the full moon, but before the sun and Mercury move on into Leo. This Mercury moves into Leo on the 18th as well, and Venus moves into Cancer on the 17th. So for a little while, you'll have both Venus and Mercury here. Mercury is going to speed through this ninth house, which is great because that means he's going to give you lots of food for thought. But he is going to oppose Saturn before he leaves Cancer. And then the sun is going to oppose Cancer. So what I'm guessing is there's kind of this shift in awareness, a shift of understanding or beliefs as Mercury gets ready to leave and as Venus comes in to the house of higher understanding and world perspective. On August 1st, Mars is going to conjunct Uranus, and I know that's next month, but it's August 1st, so it counts. And that's one of the bigger happenings, experiences, aspects this month, is preparing for that. And you can't really prepare where Uranus is concerned, but just knowing that in your one-to-one relationships, there could be this sudden shift in your one-to-one relationships. It has more to do, though, with how you are shifting and how you are transforming internally than it does with anyone outside of you. So when I say one-to-one relationships, you are doing relationships differently because you perceive the world differently than you did in the past. And so that translates into you viewing yourself within relationships differently and viewing yourself literally in every aspect of your life differently. By the end of the month, we're going to have, instead of just the three planets of Pluto, Saturn, and Neptune retrograde, we're going to also have Jupiter and Chiron retrograde. So Jupiter and Chiron are going retrograde here in Aries. That is after Mars leaves and moves into Taurus, which he does on July 5th. And so since Mars won't be there anymore, then Jupiter and Chiron are also going to kind of go back and take a breath, right? So the energy won't be so provocative, that's the word, provocative, in the sixth house after the fifth. But Jupiter goes retrograde Jupiter doesn't go retrograde until July 28th, and Chiron goes retrograde on July 19th. So since we have a lot of activity on the 17th and 18th with planets changing signs, Mercury being opposite Pluto, the Sun opposite Pluto, pay attention especially around that time when Chiron is going retrograde on the 19th. Chiron is about healing, and you may need to withdraw, take a turn inwards, take a more introspective view of the world in order for you to, and I don't mean healing like in the traditional sense, and I mean this emotional, spiritual healing. And watch out for people being more assertive than they need to in the meantime. Watch out for the shift between Aries and Taurus, because that is your opposite sign. Prepare to when Mars and Uranus meet. Prepare for that full moon on the 10th. And you know, it's just a fun little time for you right now. And there's a lot of emotional change going on in the world, and a lot of chaos, it seems. So we want to go as gently forward as we can. And Mars and Jupiter in Aries is not making that easy. And so with Jupiter's ability to expand all of that assertiveness or aggression, it's just definitely not making it easy. So use Saturn here in the 4th house to go home and you know, wallow in your structure, in your environment, be comfortable for a while, and then you can venture back out into the world. Let's see, what else? I think that's about it. Once Mercury moves into Cancer, he's going to move into Leo. The Sun also moves into Leo, your 10th house. The Sun moves in on July 22nd. Mercury moves into Leo on July 18th. So at that point, there'll be a good bit of activity here in your house of your public reputation, career, anything, your goals, your ambitions, those sorts of things. So pay attention to that shift as well, and look forward to getting a lot of information work-wise, career-wise, that you can use going forward. All right, Scorpio, thank you. I enjoy doing these a lot. If you like the videos, please like and subscribe. And I will see you for the weekly, and then I will see you for the next monthly. Bye-bye now.